Grand rising to all of my kings and queens doing tremendous things. I am Altitude representing building their minds, the hip hop workshop, and I'm renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And today I'm going to be talking to y'all about how I get around. Alright, scratch all that. Seriously though, I am going to be talking to y'all how I get around the city of Dallas, how I maneuver throughout the city to get to gigs, work, events, different things of that nature that I got going on. And a lot of people have been asking me about this, DMing me, messaging me, calling me, oh, you sold your car? Like, that's great, but how do you travel? How do you get around? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I'm just like, it's simple. So in this video, I'm going to be detailing exactly how I do that, the cost effectiveness of how I do that compared to when I have a vehicle, and going through just some of the ups and downs, the highs and lows, the pros and the cons of not owning a vehicle. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. We're going to get into the video now. This is episode 23 of SOUNDCHECK, how I get around. 1. I'm putting a disclaimer out there. Different people have different circumstances. So obviously I'm single, it's just me in an apartment by myself. So I have the opportunity to sell my car to make some money because there's no one relying on me. I don't have a wife that's relying on a car. I don't have babies that I have to get to and from school or anything like that. So I'm in a prime position to where I'm able to do so, because there were a lot of people that were saying that they wish they could sell their car, but they weren't in a financial position, or they weren't in a position in their life where they could actually do that without hindering their family. Totally understand that, totally get that. That's why I said in the last video where I talked about selling my car, if you're in a position to where you can do so, then do so. But if not, find other ways in your life to cut costs. Find other ways that you can minimize. Find other ways that you can be frugal in those areas. It doesn't have to necessarily be sell your car to save some money. No, you can save money in other areas of your life. When it comes time for me to be able to provide for my future family, to provide those things, I would have made the necessary sacrifices while I was young, while I was single, while I had this time to do so. So I personally, by myself, don't need a car. It's different in other circumstances when you have a family, when you have other things going on where you absolutely need it. Yes, it's a necessity. So therefore, find other ways to cut costs. A lot of people have been asking me, how are you getting around? How are you traveling? How are you doing this and that, going here and there without a car? I'm just relying on public transportation. There are pros and cons to public transportation. There are more pros than cons, but the cons are very, very annoying. I'll start with the cons first. One of the biggest cons is that the bus system it's a good and a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. So the first con I'm gonna start with when it comes to riding the bus is reliability. This can be a deterrence, this can be a hindrance, this can be downright straight up annoying. There are a significant amount of shortages when it comes to the amount of drivers that are at their disposal, so they are working at a disadvantage. And sometimes buses are delayed, sometimes they're postponed, sometimes they're just straight up canceled. Maybe catch an earlier bus than you were going to and get to your destination a little bit earlier. Sometimes that could be annoying, but I'd rather be early than on time or potentially late for an engagement. And that's something that is very annoying, is when reliability becomes an issue. I would advise you not to ride the bus or the train too late at night if you don't have to, especially if you're a woman, because there are a lot of weirdos out there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even for me being a grown male, hey, I make sure I protect myself. I got my blades, my bear mace, not pepper spray, bear mace. I dare somebody to roll up on me. Like one time a dude was walking up on me when I was downtown. I was walking to the train station and it was around midnight because I had just came from doing the show, because I could still do my shows, you know, being on public transportation. But I'm not gonna lie, this dude was walking up on me. I had my thing on me. I'm not gonna say what my thing was, but yeah, I had my thing on me and he was walking up on me and I was like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Cause he got right up on me. And then like all of a sudden he like turned off. Cause I don't know if he saw me. I don't know if he saw something else, if something or someone or scared him off or what. But he was walking up on me, like right at me, behind me, like getting close up in my personal space. It's like, bro, 6 feet, come on, bro. But I got my arm in my jacket. I'm walking, coming home from a show, and he turns off and I was like, oh, all right then. All I'm saying is protect yourself at all times. Don't be naive and stupid out here just because you think nothing can happen to you. I am very well aware of my rights. I have my license to carry. I am not getting in a situation to where you're gonna take advantage of me, you're gonna rob me or anything like that. If someone runs up on me, yeah, they're in for a long night. They better pack a lunch because it's gonna be a long night. All I'm saying, hey, if you see me in a fight with the bear, please save the bear. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I keep something on me. That's why I always travel with a backpack. I keep things on me at all times. So I just want people to be aware of that. Yes, I am a Christian with attitude. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I make sure that if I have two headphones in, that either the volume is low where I can still hear everything, or I keep one headphone in, one headphone out, because I have to be aware of my surroundings at all times. And I would advise you all to do the same if you're in a situation where you have to take public transportation at night. Now, in the daytime, it's cool. Ain't nobody doing nothing in the daytime. Never had an issue. But at night, it can get a little sketchy. So just be cognizant of that. Be aware of that and protect yourself at all times. Now, one thing I will say that sucks about public transportation is not even the public transportation's fault. It's more so just people being in their own narcissistic bubbles, as I was saying, when it comes to driving, is that watch yourself when crossing the street, when getting off of a bus or a train or anything like that, because drivers do not care. If you trust humanity enough to think that they will not hit you, yeah, you're in for a rude awakening, because they always act like they never see you. Always put yourself in a situation where even if you have the right of way, you're looking out for your own well-being. So that would be another thing to look out for, is that watch out when you are walking and crossing streets and different things like that, because cities are not set up for pedestrians. They're set up for cars. I love public transportation because it's cost effective. You got to think, when I had a vehicle, I was paying for the car note, the insurance, maintenance, gas. All of that adds up. You can easily be paying anywhere from $600, $700, $800, $900 a month on a car when you factor everything in. It gets insane. So what I'm doing right now is saving up for a cash car, which I'm gonna get later on in the year or the beginning of next year, depending on how the market is looking. And that's gonna be that. Pay cash for it, boom, I'm done. Public transportation is saving me a lot of money. You're talking about me going from $700 to $800 a month when I had a vehicle down to less than $100 a month. Just doing the little things in life will allow you to nosedive any cost that you have. So for me, it's a very cost-effective way. I spend anywhere from 60 to 80 bucks on public transportation max. Like it's never exceeded over 80 bucks since I've been riding public transportation. And the lowest I've gotten, I think I spent about $45 a month just riding the bus and the train, compared to most people spend more than that on a full tank of gas. So when we're talking about the math and doing the equations, it doesn't even compute. I am winning on all aspects across the board. I try my best to stay away from Lyft, stay away from Ubers, because they can add up very quickly. In certain circumstances and instances, I do have to take a Lyft or an Uber every now and then, here and there, $8 here, $9 there, but that can add up quick. So I try my best to avoid Lyfts and Ubers if at all possible, which means I have to manage my time better. Also, not having a car has put me in the best shape of my entire life. I've lost weight, I've gotten toned, I've gotten fit. Also, I'm hitting the gym, and doing all of this walking to and from allows me to stay in shape at all times. So that's another pro that I would say riding public transportation has helped me out a lot with, is being in shape. Like, I feel great, I feel healthy, I feel amazing. I feel like I'm at the peak of my existence. Taking the bus and taking the train has allowed me to avoid a lot of things that I genuinely cannot stand. Road rage. Cannot stand road rage from other people or from myself. I have a lyric in one of my songs that I have coming up where I said, from Carrollton to downtown down to Ledbetter, I prefer the train over driving because I can think better. It helps me think. I can read a book on the bus, read a book on the train, listen to a podcast, focus on things, make calls, like set up things that I wouldn't be able to do while I'm making a commute in a vehicle. I'm 34 years old. I'm to the point in my life now where everything is calculated. Every dollar has an assignment. Every hour has an assignment. What am I doing to maximize my time? A lot of people look down on riding the bus. A lot of people look down on riding the train. Oh, I would never take the bus. I would never take the train. Never say never. It is a very effective way to get around the city, to see areas that you wouldn't normally see while being in a vehicle, that you wouldn't normally see from the highway, and it allows you to just immerse yourself more within nature, within the city, and to just acclimate yourself to your surroundings and where you're living. So I would say even people with a car, do park and ride. Like, park at the train station and take the train around the city and just check out the area. There's places of Dallas that I didn't even realize existed until I started walking, until I started taking public transportation. I'm like, oh, I've lived here all these years. I never knew this was here. I never knew that was there. Because when you're in a car and you're in your own narcissistic bubble, you have no idea what's going on around you. You're just looking forward, tunnel vision, because you have to pay attention to lights. You have to pay attention to weird drivers. You have to pay attention to pedestrians crossing. There's so many things that you don't have to focus on or pay attention to when you're taking public transportation. Change the way you view things, change the way you look at things, and maybe, just maybe, God has put you in a position to bless you, but you don't even realize it because you're saying, oh, I would never do that. I would never ride the bus. Oh, this and that. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people look at people that take public transportation as poor. And it's funny because a lot of people who have vehicles, not all of them, but a lot of people who have vehicles are car poor. A lot of people who have houses are house poor, because a lot of people suffer from something called lifestyle creep. When their salary increases, their lifestyle increases with it. So for every $1,000 that a person gains in a raise, they raise their lifestyle with it. And so they're never able to save money no matter how much they make. And that's not gonna be me, because I realize it ahead of time. Right now in my life, I would rather have thousands upon thousands of dollars in the bank, savings, and investments than to have a car that I'm paying on and I'm wondering how I'm gonna cover it. A lot of people who ride public transportation are not as broke as you think. Public transportation has opened my eyes up to a whole new world that I didn't even realize when I used to ride the bus and the train back then, because my mindset was different. When your mindset shifts, a lot of things tend to shift with it. And for me, I want to make sure that while I'm riding public transportation, I am utilizing my time and my money wisely. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed me going on this little tangent about public transportation and how I get around. I hope it was informative and that it helped you in some kind of way. Let me know in the comment section if it's something that you would think about doing, if it's something that you can do, or if you can't, how are you cutting costs in other areas of your life? How are you maximizing your time in other areas of your life? I would love to know that. I would love to get down in the comment section and have a discussion with you guys. But other than that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and until the next video, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace and one love.